Hi, my name is Amber Charles, and I am doing the video on the skincare that I love and use almost every single day. So the skincare that I'm going to show you today is mostly it's a full line from Sephora. I've used this one now for about a month, and it's done actually complete wonders for me. So this is the Sephora skincare line. So I'm going to start out with the cleanser, the mask, and then the moisturizer. So the first one I want to show you, this is the Sephora Amino Acid Skin Cleansing Gel, and this is the bottle that it comes in. Has a lot of information too on the back. So what this purpose is, it cleanses and tones the skin and soothes the skin without stripping any moisture. It's good for all skin types, helps reduce the appearance of pores, cures redness and dryness, and many of you know that I do have rosacea. My rosacea is mostly, you can't see it on this camera unfortunately, but I do have it on both my cheeks, and from what I've noticed from using this product for about a month now, like the redness has actually gone away quite significantly. So the thing with amino acids, they're peptides and it's protein, and it helps protect the skin, strengthening it as well as maintaining the hydration, and it helps give a better, healthier, glowing appearance. The main ingredients in this product, it has beetroot syrup to maintain hydration, and then it helps actually keep the dryness like at bay. Aloe vera is also in it, and aloe vera is been used in many products. It's good to help soothe the skin and prevent it from getting any more red. The other thing is glycerin, which also helps prevent the loss of hydration. And whenever I apply this, since it comes out as like a clear gel, I actually like to use this double-sided facial brush. One side has like these very small little soft spongy like bristles. The other side is just a very, very soft, gentle brush. When I want to get more of an exfoliant out of it, I use the pink end of this brush, but when I'm just basically taking off my makeup, I would use the soft end of the bristles. It is really nice. So that's for the gel cleanser, and you can use this every single day. You can use this morning and night. Honestly, like 10 out of 10. I would most buy this again. I'm actually running out, unfortunately. So that is for the cleanser. So the next thing I want to show is the Sephora Zinc Purifying Mud Mask. And this is what it looks like. This little cylinder thing. And I'm sorry that the lighting keeps changing. I don't have the best lighting in my area. Anyways, this is, oh, I forgot to mention, this whole line is mainly good for all skincare types, whether it's oily, combination, or dry. My skin especially can get very dry, and this whole line really does help with the moisture. It really does help protect the skin. I've noticed that I haven't even gotten no breakouts, honestly. I haven't had any issues like I did before. So for the mud mask, it helps actually draw out impurities. And what I really love about this mask the most is when you apply it on, you will actually be able to see the larger pore areas that are mainly affected. So my large pore areas would be like in the nose area, around under the eyes, and then right here in the center of my eyebrows. It does help. It basically will draw out sebum and the dirt and the oils. So whenever you apply this mask, it dries fast, which is another thing, like very fast, within 30 seconds. And you'll see where the large pores are and everything, but you'll see like basically it going inside and it's taking out the nastiness basically. And I have noticed a huge significance in the size of my pores too, because I used to have it pretty bad, a little bit more out, but I've noticed that it's not as bad as it was before, basically. It helps reduce the appearance of scars, which is what I really love the most because I used to get really, really bad acne around this area, and I had a bad habit of I used to, pick at it, and then that eventually causes scarring, and it's definitely helped reduce that by a lot. The mask helps absorb the sebum and the dirt, as I said before, and it also, what I also like, just because it dries fast, it doesn't necessarily mean it's like stripping moisture out. It's actually helping with the moisture to stay more. So I really like that too. And I've actually noticed too, I only use the mask about once or twice a week because mask can be kind of a little too much. I've noticed though that it does help with the pores shrink a lot, and I've noticed that I don't have to really use so much foundation like I used to before. So that is the Sephora Zinc mask. Really good. And just so you know too, I'm showing the full bottles. I actually got this whole line for $20 at Sephora. I would definitely get it again. I honestly think this is going to be my most permanent thing to use. So the next thing I'm going to show is the Sephora Sephora Acid Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizer. This is what it looks like. You can use this morning and night. As I said before, these are the full-size bottles. I'll show you the comparison of the cleanser and the moisturizer. I don't know why they made the moisturizer so much smaller than the cleanser because I have a combination skin and it's mostly dry though, and so I use a lot of this. A little can go a long ways, but for me personally, I like to just get a little bit more out of it. So unfortunately, I'm actually all out of this. So I have to definitely get more. So this is a weightless cream moisturizer, and it helps hydrate and give the skin more nutrients. It gives it like a really good glow. So this moisturizer is definitely good for before you put on your makeup. It's also used as a primer. And I've also noticed that this whole line definitely helps with the pores, because that is like my biggest insecurity, was just my pores were kind of big, just kind of in your face kind of deal, and I did not like that. But ever since I've been using this whole line, it really has significantly reduced the appearance of it. It's good for all skin types. This whole line is, it definitely helps with dryness, which is why the bottle's all gone, because my skin is very dry. It does help with redness and dullness. That's another thing. With the cleanser, the mask, and all this, definitely will brighten your skin. So like in the morning when you wake up, you've kind of noticed that you look really tired and fatigued and everything. Well, right when you apply all these products on, you're gonna notice a huge difference. Like your skin just brightens and it looks amazing. So the main ingredients is the hyaluronic acid, which it helps as a moisturizer while also increasing water retention to prevent dehydration. So it definitely gives more water, and I have definitely noticed that before. Sometimes I am one of those people where I have a hard time drinking water, so I do try to keep like a big bottle of water next to me at all times. It also has vitamins E and C to help increase the appearance, basically the radiance, going back to the brightness of the skin. It definitely helps with that, and it also helps as like a protector basically against like harsh environments. So that is the hyaluronic acid. I really definitely need to get more of this. I'm actually hoping in the future, if Sephora ever does see this video, I doubt it, please make a bigger bottle. I mean, that's not enough. Okay, so that is the skincare line that I am currently loving right now. I'm hoping in the future, like, I can find something else as good as this too, or maybe better. I'm not quite done. I've decided to show basically my full skincare regimen, basically, except for the next item I'm showing you is from Victoria's Secret Pink. This is the Surf Scrub. And yeah, it smells good. But that's not all it does. So I only use it when I need more of an exfoliation. Like I said before, my skin is very dry, and it does tend to get flaky around the edges and stuff like that. And it really does bother me because eventually, like if my skin does not get enough moisture, it gets itchy, like really bad. So this actually I've noticed it helps pretty good. But I only use this once a week because it's got really strong, it's got sea salt in it basically. I don't know if you can see, but see the chunks. There it is. Chunks of the sea salt, and it smells amazing. I'm just saying, it really does. Okay, so the key ingredients in this is the ceteric acid. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and pronounce these as best I can. So ceteric acid is a fatty acid that's found in some various plants and animal derivatives. Sorry. So animal derivatives such as like tallow, but it's mainly found in cocoa butter and some vegetable fats. So it's kind of a useless ingredient. The only thing it really does help is basically when I showed it to you, it just helps with thicken the product. Do you see how thick the consistency is? So that's basically what it is. And I've also learned that it does help with the fragrance as well to bring it out more. And then in the salt, because it's got sodium chloride in it. The salt, though, it does help because that's what mainly helps exfoliate it. And I do like the fact that they have really like the thick chunks of it in there. And it really will help brighten up a little bit too. It definitely helps get rid of the flakes that I tend to get around the edges of my face. I'm really not sure why it's only the edges of my face. Then it's got sodium cocoyl isethionate. I think that's how you say it. It is an ingredient derived from coconut oil. So it helps cleanse the skin, and it helps with hair too. It helps basically mix water and oil and dirt, and it helps like wash away the impurities. That's all it does. And so the other ingredient in it is the palmitic acid. It acts as an emollient. I'm sorry. And it's a protectant and moisturizer and lubricant basically. So basically it's just like it says, sorry, what it says, a protectant. It also helps, it combines water and oil and then helps soften up the skin a little bit. I remember I was reading, it said something about it kind of acts as sebum, but not not like bad sebum in the pores, just like an extra moisture basically. Okay, so the next ingredient that I found in it was propylene glycol. What attracts water and functions as a humectant. It acts as a moisturizer and enhances the appearance of skin, and by reducing flaking, like I said before, I get really flaky, dry skin, so that really does help. And apparently it also helps with the fragrance too. Like I said, it's Victoria's Secret Pink, so, and that's what Victoria's Secret mostly likes to focus on as well. So there was that, and then I also, what I like to do time to time is I like to use sheet mask. But when I do use a sheet mask, I forgot to grab it, sorry, but I have a jade roller. What I like to do is I like to put on a sheet mask, and this is just an aloe vera face mask, helps soothe and nourishes, and it really does help with redness. I think aloe vera in general just helps. So what I like to do when I apply the sheet mask, I leave it on for 20 minutes, and I actually will sit there and I will use my roller and go against gravity, basically. That's what you do. Cross the eyebrows, effleurage, petrissage, all that stuff, basically. And it really will help it helps with moisture a lot, and that's just the biggest issue I have with my skin. It's just dryness, flakiness. So yeah, that is what I use for my skincare regimen. I hope this was enjoyable and also informative. Sorry that I kept messing up on my words. All right, thank you so much. Goodbye.